movie. I was so excited when I found out it was you. Like, it made the whole movie better.
I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan too. Like I've seen every episode of Dragon Ball Z, every episode of Dragon Ball GT.
I even got my daughter into it.
It's really good. You know, it helped me raise my son because I think that Dragon Ball is a really good. It's a meditation for me anyway about manhood, which is to say that a real man is like the lead of Dragon Ball, Goku. He's goofy, he's peaceful. He's a good dad.
But don't mess with him and don't mess with his family.
Exactly. He'll chase butterflies with his kids if you let him. But if you attack his family, you are dead. That's it. So a man is a peacekeeper, and he will only resort to violence when absolutely necessary. And then you have the other character in the beginning, Vegeta, who's the short guy, and he is a metaphor for an overgrown boy who
trying to play a man.
Exactly. He is creating chaos to prove himself against because he doesn't know that he's already a man, so he's constantly creating a mess. And I've met 35-year-old men like that, you know.
Yeah.
I think we all have, and so I think it's a really cool piece. So they told me that it was a $120 million picture, and that Stephen Chow was producing. Stephen Chow did Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer, which if you've never seen those movies, go get them. They're fabulous. They're goofy, they're violent, they're loving, they're everything that Dragon Ball would need. So I go do the movie, and I get down to Durango, Mexico. It's a $30 million picture. Stephen Chow is only on paper to fool Chow Yun Fat and I to come down to the desert and film. And it was just foobar, man. Like, they didn't want to pay for anything. And I decided I was going to try my best anyway. I was going to do anything necessary. They didn't use a stuntman. They hired a stuntman, Danny Hernandez, to do Piccolo, but they didn't want to pay for his makeup. It was a 4-hour makeup process, so they just gave him this cheap pullover mask, which didn't look good, and so they couldn't use it. And you know, there was like wild gags, like jumping off a 30-foot cliff, like all this stuff. And I was just like, I'll do it. Let's do Dragon Ball, you know. I still have a separated clavicle because we just did too much, and it didn't work out.
So if on the off chance they ever did an actual real production, would you go back to play Piccolo, or would you want to play Goku instead?
Well, what I will say is I'm in talks with the people at Dragon Ball Z, and I am hoping to do that, and to do some voice work for Dragon Ball Z and get my redemption that way, because that's the real one.
How many more we got, Dana? What are we looking at?